Hi everyone, it's Frances Byrne from Stamp House Studio with our MFT Design Team's second creative chat. Our questions this month are, how do you store and organise your cardstock? And how do you store your scrap cardstock? I am lucky in that my husband is a builder, so he has created fabulous storage solutions for all my stamping supplies. Here is where I store the cardstock, which I use all the time. In the top shelf I store my A3 card, which is twice the width of normal card. I have it in matte and gloss. I also have anything else that won't fit in any of the other sections, like my cinched chipboard pieces. In the two underneath I have things like specialty papers or metal papers, sticky paper, shrink plastics, etc. In the right one, two down, I store all my white and black card I use all the time, as these are the colours I use the most. On the left side, taken up 5 pigeonholes, I have my Stampin' Up card I use. It used to be in colour families, but I've combined a couple to make room for other card. 7 other holes take up various other brands of cardstock, Outback, Prima, Basil, etc. In these 2 pigeonholes here I have my Favourite Things cards. It took me a while to order the card from My Favourite Things because I thought postage would make it expensive, but I recently found out that you can get 14 packs in a box that cost approximately $43 to post, and if you order that way the card works out very comparable to what we pay here for similar card. I love the colours and quality of the My Favourite Things card. I can understand why the rest of the design team have been raving about it all this time. I think this is my favourite colour in the My Favourite Things card range, Blue Raspberry. It is delicious. I also have my 12x12 cardstocks in 3 of these drawers just beside my normal size cardstock. Something interesting some of you may not be aware of is that Australian cardstock is different in size to US cardstock. Our Australian cardstock is what we call A4 size, which is 21 centimetres wide by 29.8 centimetres high. If you look at these 2 pieces of card, the green is Australian sizes and the red is MFTs in US size. The Australian size is longer but is narrower. I also have a card that I've made in Australian size, hopefully you can see that, and this is half of a US card folded in half, and you can see the difference in size again. It is a lot shorter than an Australian card would be and wider. To help me keep track of which colours are what after the card pack is open, I have created charts for each of the different types of card I have. Here is one I've started making for my MFT cardstock. Hopefully you can see that. I can't zoom in any better than that, I'm afraid. What I do is I take a piece of scrap card and I've used the heart from the MFT Dynamics Hearts Aplenty die and used that to put into the square according to the colour. I will put a link to the PDF of the chart on my blog in case any of you are interested in using it. Here in one of my laundry cupboards I store all my extra packs of cardstock. As you can see I have quite a stash. The pile on the right hand side is mostly Stampin' Up from when I used to stock up on my favourite Stampin' Up in colours before they retired. Plus I also purchased a lot of my most used colours before I left as a demo a few years back. I'm still working through it. The left hand side is other cardstock I've had for years. I recently gave a fair bit of this away and still have lots left. What you see is just half of my stash. There is the same again behind these 2 stacks. Okay. Here is how I store my scrap cardstock. After I have finished creating for the day, any useful pieces of card is thrown into the basket. which has a habit of building up. Every so often I then transfer that cardstock to this drawer which is underneath the basket. As you can see, there are lots of folders in there, and each file contains a different coloured card. In this folder I store my pink card, and in this one my blue. So when I need a card of a particular colour, I know where to look for it. Although quite often what I might have in the folder isn't the right size for what I'm doing. Once it builds up too much, I start to cull it and give it away to my daughter to take it to use at her kindergarten. Well, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.